Hi everyone, welcome back. It's me, Marv saying hi. It is April 12th, 2026 at 11:01 p.m. I was just about to go to bed. I didn't intend on filming tonight, but this came across my little shorts thing when I went down. I clicked on one, then I clicked on a couple times down, and this showed up, eh? And I posted another video from this fella. What's it called? The Haunted Side? Yeah. And I posted them on Telegram if you haven't seen them. There's a really good one of Buzz Aldrin that I posted tonight. But anyway, this one here is saying Kim Kardashian is quietly an alien or silently an alien. I don't know what that says behind him, but or is actually an alien. No. Okay, and this here is Elizabeth April. Again, I didn't have to watch anything of her. I just knew by looking and seeing the type of content that she produced. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what she says is clever, and it might be able to fool the masses, but it doesn't fool me. I made a video by David Icke, or not by David Icke, but about David Icke. And I talked about this in that. And I also talked about this, what I'm about to talk about again, in the video about the real reptilian eye parasite thing. So this is kind of connected. So let's listen to what she has to say about this, and then I'm going to explain to you why I think she's very wrong and making up bullshit, okay? Hold on one second.
So check this out. Apparently, Kim Kardashian dressed up in 2024 as that reptilian looking thing, this right here, because this girl is saying that anytime, like if she slipped her form and like people thought she really was a reptile, they would search her as a reptile and they would bring up that picture of her in her Halloween costume. Yeah, and then she's saying that she looked into him and the mom is responsible for all kinds of craziness. I don't know.
So, yeah, she's saying that she remotely viewed this. Look, you don't think that these people see that there's rumors about reptilians about them online? They have a thing about mocking us because we are stupid. They do this all the time. Even when I went over with Katy Perry about the robot thing, she was laughing. Oh, my robot doll eye. She was like, in England they call it taking the piss. She's making a joke out of it. And so is Kim Kardashian. They know that people say this stuff about them. So that's why she did that. It's not because she will slip her form. Okay, that's nonsense. That's not true. All right? Now, I'm not saying that these people, like I covered before, that they don't get into like dark ritualistic magic type stuff with sacrifice and all kinds of gross shit. They most likely do. Okay? But as far as being a reptilian in human skin, no. No. So, I'm going to show you two more things. One, if you even see at the top of this video, Princess Diana says the royals aren't human. And I remembered hearing about that quite a bit. I was trying to look for it, but I couldn't find it exactly. But there is something that I did find. This here is from 1997. It's called Unfit to be Called Human. Princess Diana, Unfit to be Called Human. It says, here's the bottom line. There is a class of people in our society who do not know how to act like civilized human beings. They are not fit to be called humans. They harass, invade, abuse, slander, chase, and kill great people. It's not just, I know that it makes it seem, okay, but you got to see the symbolism with this. It's not that it was made this way, but just listen. They leave young children motherless. They have no conscience. They're driven by greed for money and nothing else. They're not just talking about, even though it is about the paparazzi, I understand that. But this is what I'm talking about. We have a type of people that don't know how to act like civilized human beings, like people like her. They influence the masses negatively. They do ridiculous things to get people to do ridiculous stuff so that they can laugh at them. And she wears that ridiculous costume because she's laughing and mocking us right in our faces. They do this stuff all the time. There is a class of people that are cold blooded. Like they are not like us, but they're still human. I think it's easier for people to name them monsters than to accept that sometimes, well, it's really ugly when you see the truth of the spectrum of what humanity is. So they're cold blooded and symbolically like a reptile, like a cold blooded reptile, killing reptile that has no emotions. Even though that's not true, reptiles do have emotions and feelings. But okay, so I was looking for that about Princess Diana, right? All I could find was this. And it says here it's an interview with Diana's confidant, but again, it comes from David Icke's book, The Biggest Secret. And I talked about before how these people like to use symbolism and allegory. And even if you gave them the nickname the lizards, well, like, yeah, because they're cold blooded and heartless, right? So I found this here, but again, this is from his book. And even down here where it says about being able to vibrationally change and things like this, where was it? It's cold blooded. It's much easier for them. Yeah. Hold on one second here. Where was the vibration thing? Look, it's very creative, but there's bits of that vibrational current. They can manifest anything from anything. It's like a holographic image. So lots of information has been written down, and then it seems to be kind of refurbished and put back out again from stuff like this. But there's no source that this is actually true. But like I was saying, they're so different from us that they don't seem human. And they do live in kind of a whole different world that we are not privy to, we're not part of. So it makes them even more weird, you know? But again, that source about Princess Diana, that comes from this book, okay? Now, I'm going to show you something else. Oh, it's not coming up here. Hold on. Hold on, I need to pause to get my page to load. Alright, so if you guys remember this interview, Princess Diana had said that she leads from the heart and not the head. And I told you about this, about the left and the right, and the heart and the mind. Now, Princess Diana is a perfect example of someone who led from their heart. And she talks about it here in this little clip I'm going to show you. But what I want to remind you of is that some people that lead from their mind, right, they think the heart is a weakness. And this is a prime example of why those people treated Diana like this, because they thought the heart is a weakness. There's some people that see me show emotion or cry and they think I'm weak. But emotion's not a weakness, you know? Emotion's a great strength. Feeling is everything. Uncontrolled emotion is a problem. Okay? So let's listen to what she has to say, and it will start to come to light for you, I hope, as to what's going on here. Because she's a great example, like I was saying, of someone who was very different from them, and that's why they treated her so poorly. You know, she was around a bunch of assholes, so no wonder She started to get a nervous eating disorder and all these things going on with her.
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts in people's hearts, because I do things differently, because I don't go by a rule book, because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people. I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts in.
And see, that's what they don't know how to do. They don't know how to actually love. They're lacking that. They don't know what that is. And that's their problem. One of their main problem that makes them cold-hearted. Like cold-hearted, cold-blooded lizards. You see? Now again, where was that? Over here. So when I looked up about Diana saying the royals aren't human, it said Princess Diana expressed that she felt trapped in the royal system and believed that the establishment she married into did not see her as a suitable future queen, stating, "I don't think many people want me to be queen." She often highlighted the disconnect between the royal family and the public, suggested that they lacked a genuine human connection. And that's what she's talking about. They were so different and cold-hearted and cold-blooded. See, they didn't have the ability to connect with people. And that's why a lot of these celebrities seem so out of touch with reality and that they can't connect because they're living in such a different world. You see, now I closed that video of Kim Kardashian because I almost had a computer crash out, but it almost shut down on me there. But that's what people like them are. A lot of those, not all of them, not all the celebrities, but there are some. And the Kardashians are a prime example of that. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just wanted to show you this tonight and give you again an example of, like I said, I don't even need to watch people like Elizabeth April because I already know what they're about, unfortunately. I just wanted to share this with you again. I did those 2 videos, and now I'm making this little one here. So I hope that you enjoy it. And I'm going to do recordings on 2 things tomorrow: the 144,000 and the alien implant thing. So yeah, I hope this made sense. Like the left and the right, the heart and the mind, light and dark, all of those things. That's what it is. So when she says that she led from the heart, she's not joking. But those other people, they led from the mind. You gotta remember that a lot of them feel like the heart is a weakness. Yeah? So there it is. They love to mock us and make fun of us, put on reptilian costumes or even do things to make you think, stuff like that. Because if you're talking about them, right, where thoughts go, energy flows. So it's the same thing. If you're thinking about them, talking about them, it keeps them relevant. But so I know that I'm kind of doing that right now. But if you don't clear things like this up, this bullshit will just keep continuing, and people will keep getting away with perpetuating these stupid ass lies. So there you go. So I don't think that Elizabeth April is legitimate at all now. For nothing. Because if she's saying nonsense like this, like it's clever to fool the masses, but again, it's not good enough to fool me. So there. Thank you, Princess Diana, for your help. I think she was one of the most lovely people who ever walked the earth. And she paid a very terrible price for it. Awful how she died. I still remember the day she died. I was at my best friend Jenny's house, and I remember waking up to her mom like howling, crying. Because they were from England. And it was really late. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, or it was really late because me and Jenny had been sleeping for a little bit. Yeah. And I remember that. And it was one of the saddest things I've ever seen. She was a truly lovely woman and really was the queen of people's hearts. And she always will be. People still love Diana. That's because she literally had a heart of gold and they killed her for it. So Anyway, have a good night, everyone. I know that's not the best ending, but it's clearly tragic about Diana's death. But yeah, they hated her that much because they couldn't be her. They could never have her beautiful heart. So they destroyed them instead. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Have a good night, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.